for James Wiseman more than anybody else. Obviously, number 2 overall pick in his 3rd year. They had to yank him from the rotation because they're just bleeding points when he's on the floor. And they announced last night that they're sending him to the G League. And I say good. I mean, I think it's a probably overdue move, but it's a smart move. And this is what the G League should be for. He's still a young guy. He only played 69 minutes of college basketball. That's not a nice number to develop a player. It's like obviously missed all of last year. Like he needs non-spotlight, non-pressure minutes to develop. There's talent there, but he ain't ready to help. He's ready to help a team tank right now. He's not ready to help a team contend. So put him in the G League, let him play, let him make mistakes without costing a defending champion games. I think it's a good move.
Yeah, I agree completely. He needs to play significant minutes. He just hasn't played. He's barely played 1,000 minutes over the last 4 years combined. You go back to his year at Memphis and his first 2.5 or 2+ seasons in the NBA. I looked it up the other day. He's played like 1,030 minutes in 4 years. Like it's insane. Like he needs to be on the court. He needs to play. And I think, frankly, the Warriors have to think about trading this guy. Like their bench has been an absolute – hold on. Their bench has been an absolute disaster this year, as you laid out. Their starting lineup is plus 24. By far the best of any high-usage lineup in the NBA this year. It's been like 15 lineups that have had 100 or more minutes together. Those guys played 150. The only one that's close is Denver's starting 5, which is plus 15, another really good group. And this bench unit has basically been healthy. Dante DiVincenzo's been banged up. Everybody else has been available, and it's just been a disaster. And to me, as we get closer to the trade deadline, they have some real decisions to make because, like you said, they're trying to do this cute 2-track thing. We got our guys for the future, we got our guys for the present. That's all well and good, but if they've got the best starting lineup in the league and they're 6-8 because the rest of their team sucks to this point in the year, like at some point you got to consider: do we trade James Wiseman and get some talent to help our bench and to give us a chance to win another title? Because I'm not convinced James Wiseman is going to be good, first of all. Well, I mean, look,
I laugh because, like, you talk about trade James Wiseman, who you're not convinced is going to be good, and get some talent. So why the hell would somebody give up talent for a guy who?
Let's look at the Utah Jazz. Let's look at the Utah Jazz. Like, if you're the Utah Jazz and you could trade 1 or 2 of their rotation players now and take a swing on James Wiseman, there's zero reason for Utah not to do that. Like, there's no downside. If he is,
you're saying just hypothetically, and I think the numbers would actually
absolutely
work, like Wiseman for Olynyk.
You could say, give us one of your lesser first-round picks. You've got 1,000 first-round picks. Give us Kelly Olynyk and some mediocre first-round pick. James Wiseman. I
don't have a problem with you saying, hey, I don't think Wiseman can be part of the core now, and I'm not convinced he can be ever. Okay. I just question, like, dude, you think you're getting value for it? It's an ultimate, if you're trading him, it's an ultimate sell low type of move.
I understand.
I don't know that you get the first round pick back in that situation. I'm not sure about that.
You might not, but I think, look, they have some hard decisions to make. And to me, what's inexcusable if you're Golden State is looking at the team you've got right now, the 15 guys they've got right now, and saying, we're good enough to win a title with this group. Like, that is not the case. So
you have to have at least one road win by mid-November to be able to claim that.
Yeah. Again, right? Like, they have a starting lineup that's plus 24 per 100. Like, their Steph is playing as well as he's literally ever played, and he's a multiple-time MVP winner who was incredible in the finals in June. And he's playing out of his mind, and they can barely beat bad teams. So, yeah, I think they have to decide what they're going to do with some of these young guys, because if they go into the playoffs with this group and they lose, like they lose in the second round with James Wiseman and, these guys struggling again or not playing, like, I just don't think they can do that. So this G League thing, I think, is a really important move for them. He needs to get some confidence. He needs to play. But then if he comes back and struggles again, I do think they really have to consider trading him because, like, this is the time to move him. Like, he's going into
the time to move him is when he has value. He doesn't have value right now.
But I'm saying, like, he's going into next year will be the final year of his rookie deal, right? And you have to decide what to do in terms of extending him. Like, I could see a bad team, Oklahoma City or not if they're not, but obviously they're okay now, but like rebuilding teams looking at it and saying, we could trade some solid, dependable players and take back James Wiseman and just take a home run swing. Maybe it works out great. Maybe it doesn't. But like Oklahoma City has guys like Aaron Wiggins and Kenrich Williams, like solid rotation players who would be really good for Golden State. Utah has Kelly Olynyk, who, I mean, imagine Kelly Olynyk playing, with Steph and Clay and Draymond and those guys flying around making plays. Like, he'd be a great fit there. Like, there are solid role players they could go get that I think would make them a lot better. But it's not the like 2 tracks, we're going to have stars down the road and stars now thing. And like, that's going to be a real question. I think they've got to answer, because what they have now, it's just not working.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN Plus.